Hi there, back once again, this time with an update for a product review, which I promised you once before. If you recall, a few weeks ago, I tried a brand new body camera, the MUVI camera by Veho, and I told you I'd try it for a few weeks and let you know how it turned out, and that's what I'm doing right here, as promised, and basically things are working out pretty well. For information, first of all, this is the MUVI camera by Veho. It's the HD10, comes in a box like this right here. Company is Veho. If you want to check them out online, see the website vehoworld.com with the hyphen in the middle. For information's sake, this is my own purchase. I'm not receiving any type of advertising or any type of discount for this. I'm just basically getting information from one officer to the next, as body cameras are something I like to deal with, I like to use. I know several other people are looking for these as well. If I can help you out, that's the main idea right here. Now, if you recall, last time I had a different body camera that broke, so I got this in the meantime to sort of wait until my other one came back from the shop, which will take like 6 weeks, I think. So, a couple of things about this, some good and some bad both. First of all, I appreciate it. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. The bottom line, I'll try to keep this short and sweet about a couple of things. I'm not going to go about the technical issues about it, basically, because if you want to see the technical numbers, you can look those up online. Video quality, and also there's several places on YouTube where people use this video and do reviews showing the video and them walking around the park and so forth. The quality is as advertised. I've got no problems with quality whatsoever. The good things, first of all, that I like about it, first of all, the price. I mentioned before I got this for, it uses a card for memory. It uses the SD card, the micro SD card for memory. I got the camera and the 32 gigabyte micro SD card for less than $150. Okay. Now, first of all, a hint: be sure to shop around when you look for this camera, because I found a few different places on the same search engine. Even one place I had this and the micro SD card for less than $150. Some high-end camera shops are selling the camera alone for $249 and $279. So I'm not sure what the difference is as far as retail price or manufacturer suggested price, but pay attention when you buy these. I like to shop local as often as I can, but I went online for this one, and I found a big difference, so pay attention. Another good thing about it, I like, as far as the technical part goes, it's been tough enough. I've dropped it a couple times so far, so it survived that. It is a plastic case. It's more of a rubberized sport case. I believe this was promoted pretty much as a more affordable alternative to the GoPro. This is meant to be a sport camera, not a body camera, so I'm using it out of turn a bit, but it's working fine. Another thing I like about it is the power management system. I have found with the other body camera that I've had that the power sort of wanes throughout the day. Even if you put it on a standby mode, this has a standby mode on it. Actually, it's in standby right now. In the standby mode, come to think about it, I'm on my vacation right now. This has been sitting in my shelf for 4 days at this point in the standby mode, and it comes out in a heartbeat. So it works real well. It manages its power real well. In the standby mode, it works an entire shift. I have gone on a couple times and forgotten to recharge it. It's worked 2 or 3 days in a row. So that's a good issue for me right there. Record times also are great on the SD card. I've actually had up to 45 minutes at a crack. And I think I've come back with almost 3 hours of video on a couple different days. So record times are great on here as well. A couple of bad things. First of all, a little bulkier than the other body camera I have. You notice the size is a decent size, and the way it sits with this clip right there. I have to be careful. I wear an external carrier, and I put it right about the middle of my chest, slightly below, on the lower part of my chest since I'm so tall. I have to be careful snagging on the seatbelt. That's how it felt a couple times. As a matter of fact, it snags on the seatbelt and flies. So be cautious of that if you have this camera. Second of all, once in a while, I've missed it recording for a couple different reasons. First of all, when you turn it on to record, there is a flashing light and there is a beep, but the beep is not very loud. And a couple times I thought I was recording and I wasn't, which could be an issue. Later on, I did have any issues myself where I needed the video, but you have to pay attention and make sure it is recording when you think it is. And finally, the only bad thing I saw about it was there's a delay. Simply put, I said, this has been sitting on my shelf for about 4 days at this point. Hasn't been charged up. I'm going to touch the button right now. You're going to see on the top, it's in standby mode. Right now, you push the button. The red light will come on right there. It should be recording right there, but it's not. There's a delay. Out of standby mode, if you listen real quick here, we had a quick beep. When it's in the standby mode, you've got to click the button once to bring it out of standby mode. There's about a 5 or 6 second delay. Then you have to click it a second time to get it recording. That's just an issue you have to pay attention to. We have to double click right there, the double beep saying to stop recording. Be aware of that and pay attention to it. A couple things. If you think you're recording, as a police officer, you might be in a hurry. It's real quick. You punch it again. That's how I messed up a couple times not recording, actually, okay? So be aware of that delay. Besides that, it's a well-working camera. Just something to pay attention to as you have this camera, actually. So the bottom line, am I happy with the purchase? Yes, I am. I'm not happy I had to buy it because my other camera broke and will be out of service for so long. But for less than $150 for the camera and the memory card, a great purchase. I do it again. So that's my review right now for the MUVI. As things happen, if anything changes with it at all, I will jump back. I'll let you know. But for right now, it's a good purchase. And I look forward to using it as I have here on patrol. So that's it. Once again, thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time. As always, be safe.